Bid for a colony. So Mayonnaise didn't see it. Went for the justice system as expected. Then wave and efficient upgrade. Looks pretty natural. And Wallenbaum, the Hydra had an event to seed and revealed the inhabited territory. And I am pretty confident that it's 7 again. We might not win it like that, but we don't really have rocks to rebuild warriors, so we can't really build more. And less makes no sense anyway. I think it's this 7. In some cases we win it with 7 maybe. Yeah, I don't think there's any other real option. Kinda can't imagine them bidding this pair. And here it's a little random how much Mayonnaise can on or wants to bid on this. He's bidding 8 again. I think 7 is a good bet. And if one of them wins it with 8, it's probably alright. Let's go. Yeah, curious whether we win it like this. The Hydra has played. And we go straight to the replay. Okay. Recap of Mayonnaise turn. Goes for the justice system, takes wave and efficient upgrade. Upgrades on iron. And then the colony, inhabited territory, and the Hydra wins it with 7. This time Mayondor is building to bid 5. Yeah, indicating that it's probably not been all colonization cards. But probably 2. So this time it's 1 warrior or still 2 warriors. Yeah, I don't know. No reason to think about that too much, I guess. And then they bid another pair and 1 rock. That, yeah, would be curious to know if they would also pay 3 rocks, and we should have set 8 as a bid. But then again, if we win for it, I think it's not so good for us. And drum rolls. Is it the... Oh, they only start building it. And take the Conmon. Okay. Is it really an option that they gambled it? That they don't have... I mean, at least it implies it's not the autonomous, right? If they have a territory, it's more like something they don't need right now. Okay. Then... last selection is populate, I guess. Yeah. Okay, but if they spend all just to get strongest here, there might be strength events, but yeah, it's probably something like wealthy or developed is possible. I would guess if they had autonomous, they wouldn't take this government now. And yeah, on the one hand, a little sad. On the other hand, doesn't matter. Here, see the other ones. It doesn't matter too much. It would have been on 1 or 2. I don't exactly remember if it was here or here. It's a difference of some civil actions, but I told you, I think Republic's better than Common here. I think we still go for a civilized game. Some options here. We could play Darwin, who already pays action economy wise. Okay, let's try the turn at first. Yeah, there was this thing. That's kind of fine. Public, take coal. Now upgrade coal. A little sad because I want this efficient upgrade. This look. This fixes corruption and then we take efficient upgrade. Cavalryman would also be nice. Then we have the holy trinity of H2 techs. But we have a good shot at getting the second copy. My honor does, it is not uncontested. It's often uncontested since a lot of players go for knights. This turn it's not uncontested. Mayondor also wants them, but we have way more civil actions than Mayondor. So we have a good shot at that, and we have a good shot at just drawing a tactic that we can fulfill with these guys. So I do prefer the efficient upgrade. I guess the other line would be call this upgrade. But I do like this alchemy. I do like this alchemy. Five. Yeah, sealing is a problem and barbarians is a problem. Do this. And seed. The barbarians get very likely, don't they? Not if I seed an H1 event. Not a 26. 7. Would be a great time to sneak in Dark Ages. I mean, it doesn't look like they want to go for the revolution, right? So the only way they can... there's two ways they can develop it without a revolution. Is just the develop territory 2 in hand. It kind of smells like it. Grabbing this for 2 civil actions means they have this turn, right? finish it, develop 2, develop Conmon, then the Dark Ages does nothing. And with this Alchemy turn, it does something against us. Then new deposits can get very unlucky and hit the new deposits while on +3. Also, they will go to plus infinite. Might be that they are never good. They even have a variety for the cubes, the blue cubes. Just not see it? Just not see it? Question mark? Just close eyes and pray that we don't lose rebellion? Not calculated too exactly? And go for something like historic? We have 3 draws, can get more of these. I'm not the biggest fan of still seeding colonies. There's another scientific method, by the way. We can kinda just hope that they don't... If they have this developed, which it kinda smells like, then they probably have the turn where they get the scientific method, even from 2. It will be here on Myron's turn. Oh no, 5. I can count. And then it might even be on 1 on their turn. So we kind of have to pray that he takes it away. It's, I think, the one thing that can keep us both in the game is them not getting science income. We kind of have to pray for that. I can't do that with this. From 3, no. It's impossible. I would strongly consider it in a lot of circumstances to hate draft this scientific method, but it's impossible here. There are also 2 copies of journalism, but they don't fix science that well. Journalism alone. And also they are locked into a more cultural playstyle then, which I think is, I mean, not entirely locked, but somewhat at least. Which is, I think, good for us. Hmm. Historic territory, the thing about that is it's so random, and yeah, with someone else having Suez Canal, it's always asymmetric in the value. It just has more value for these guys. So you want to be cautious seeding them. We are in a good spot to win 1 colony, but there is 1 colony, I assume, still here. Well, it's kinda likely to, at least. How did they already find 2? Apparently they found 2 events they want to seed. And also a colony. Or there's still a strategic here. No, strategic is already gone, right? So long gone. I don't know what's happening with these cards in this game. It feels a little. Maybe they have that is the legendary Weidenluck, but it's not only Weidenluck. Maybe it's the tenfold Hydra luck. Maybe, or maybe they just have a Suez for the income here, and no territory in hand. Yeah, what about those new deposits? Is my potential +9 better than their +11? I don't think so. Dark Ages, not with this alchemy play. It's like it might hurt them, it will always hurt us. With this income, we can also go very decently for any H3 blue tech, maybe even an H3 government. Parity, meh. Historic, meh. Then we don't really know what's here, right? Might be nice to dodge a Reign of Terror if it's in there. I could. Maybe they are betting on a developed territory here also with the government. It could be in there, right? So the vast I would attribute to the Hydra, but it's not impossible that it's seeded by Mayondor, the Barbarossa player who went all in on that. So that might still be too. It's not impossible at least, right? Might still be their events, might still be a colony. This developed one. Will also be good to reveal now. Then we can make them pay 8, I think. Or maybe it's too risky, since they indeed can have this. Develop 2 in hand. Also, Revolution is still also just an option. They are in such a good position. Revolution now is not what, yeah, the best scenario, but it's still decent. It's a decent turn to just say, come on, Revolution. No. And the only thing that really is really bad about that, I guess, is that the scientific method is in the row and will be gone. Yeah, I don't know here. When I blitz, I just see it in such a situation, and I do tend to blitz also rather important games sometimes. If I really, really want to try out this game, I don't know about the seeding. Hmm. Rebellion still possible, huh? That would make this turn a lot worse. A lot worse, yeah. It would make it impossible even. Maybe that's the final argument not to seed. We've discussed it at length that I think it's unlikely, but
it's just possible. It's possible. Next turn rebellion would be a lot better than this turn rebellion. And even if it's an immigration, we might even contest that. Yeah, no, not really. Not gonna build a team spot next turn. Next turn is always the call. Also, I kinda do feel like this vast territories by Mayundor, the way he bid 8, it was just his plan, right? To seed it with Barbarossa and bid everything. Rationally, many things are possible. It can just as good, just as well be a Hydra event. I think I'm coming down to not seeds. Oh? No. Revealing the rebellion would be too bad, no. And I wouldn't say I want this to be the only argument. Risking losing these barbarians, plus the fact that I don't have an event where I see a clear benefit for me at all. Like, this is just too swingy. This, as I said, a little better for the Suez Canal player, and they have Colossus. It might well be revealed in H3 when they have already fixed their MA economy and have these extra draws on colonization cards, so I would be very careful with this. Prosperity can be okay, but we will have to have fixed our happiness until then to have any benefit from this, and it's super unclear whether it's better for us than, let's say, for my Undor. Super unclear. Dark Ages already discussed, new deposits already discussed, yeah. All in all, I would decide against seeding here. The war is no option right now. Is it what we want to hold in hand, or do we want the option next turn to see the prosperity? Because in the long run, it can be fine. Let's see, is there no, there's no red cross. In the long run, it might be fine just to seed it, pay irrigation and fix food with this. If we draw a decent war, on the other hand, yeah, a decent tactic, on the other hand, like the defensive army. I mean, it's kind of hard on 3 on A, but it can work. So, option to seed finally next turn, or option for a potential war at some point. Hmm. Right now, they aren't in the very best spot to defend the war, but in 2 turns they can just spam medieval armies without developing anything. Mayondor is in a somewhat worse spot, to be honest. It might not be completely impossible to sneak a war against Mayondor. Hmm. 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 Close call. I don't know. Maybe this will happen. It's not that likely. Oh, it's nice to see an event. National Pride, yeah. Maybe seedable. Vast territory. I think the same argument as with historic applies somewhat. But not entirely, since at least the yellow cubes are a lot better for us than for them. For them, they are almost redundant already, and for us, they are very vital. But then again, same for Mayondor. He also needs yellow cubes. Navigation can come into play. Mayondor's somewhat set up for it. Until this might even be a satellite. Yeah, will again be a tough decision whether we want to seed this or not. Is a selective breeding coming? Might be that it will still be in the row for us. Our next turn will just be coal, but we can also that's only 2 civil actions, and we have 2 for 6 left. It's a little unlucky that this breakthrough was already here. Okay, the breakthrough is not the most important yellow card. I guess we shouldn't complain. There will still be Richland, Patriotism, e.g. the urban growth reserves, yeah. It's all cards that are important for us right now. Yeah, it's very interesting now to see what happens to this scientific method. Because I do think if it wouldn't completely destroy my own turn, I would take it away from them in his shoes. Okay. That was turn 8, 9? Turn 9 already. It's already round 9. Yeah, I mean, they have a crazy good position, and I think some things still hinge on the scientific method. But I don't feel like it's over already. He will also go for a strong economy very soon into H3. Yeah, I do think this game is still playable. I don't like their position too much. Minus position. But he still has the Shakespeare outs. He just needs to fix food already. This irrigation comes somewhat late. He will also need a good selective breeding. Going paying 3 civil actions now. If he had a good food income already, I would like his position, but like this, not a lot of civil actions, not a lot of science, not a lot of rocks, not a lot of anything actually, and not a lot of potential to make it a lot better soon. As I said, the scientific method, it's a little awkward since he only has one guy available here. He's even not in a position to defend the war that nicely, right? I mean, no one threatens it right now. We are taking this cavalryman, or if we still get that, we have a tactic now. It will also be pretty unlikely that we threaten it in 2 turns or something. Maybe in 3 would be somewhat possible, but I don't know. Yeah, it's still kind of open, I think. So they probably have the best position. Also depends on what is here. As I said I suspect it to be the developed territory. The way they took this con 1 for 2. Yeah. Let's see if it is the legendary Hydra luck. And see you in the next turn.